So some of you might know I've been looking for a job. I'm trying to transition out of doing wedding photography as like a freelancer. I've been doing it for so long. I'm just ready for a change. And so I've been doing a job search for months now. And I actually wound up landing an interview with a company that I hadn't heard of until I had applied. But when I was applying to it, I was just like really excited about it because it seemed like it was going to be a really good fit. I kind of just liked the overall mission of the company, stuff like that. And so I was actually really excited about it. And so I wound up making it to round 2 of the interviews, and the night of the round 2 interview, I'm sitting in bed. It's like close to 11 o'clock at night. Been playing solitaire on my phone. And then I'm about to go to bed and I see an email notification come through, and it's from that company. So part of me is excited, and I open it and it says I didn't make it to round 3. I had a lot of feelings going through me. I was very angry, but also very sad. The only way I can describe it was like when I was younger and, someone was breaking up with me, I had that like really empty kind of feeling inside me. And I was also just angry at the fact that I was like, why would anybody email somebody like for a job at 11 o'clock at night? Like, do people not understand like they could schedule emails to send out in the morning? I was so upset. I didn't get any rest. Like, I just was tossing and turning all night because it was just repeating in my head over and over and over and over and over. For some reason, that's just something that my brain does, is when something bad happens, things will repeat in my head over and over again. And I just ruminate on it. And so that was me that evening, or that entire night. And so I used it as a way to solve the problem of that not ever happening again. I had made a video last year, like right when I was starting the channel, about an app called Rules that allows you to basically fire off shortcuts on your Mac and trigger focus modes and stuff like that. I was planning on like setting it up based on calendar events and all that, and I just never wound up really committing to it. But this event, this thing that happened, I was just like, I'm going all in. And so I'm still in the middle of setting it up, but I kind of wanted to share what I've been doing so far with you. And then you can kind of like take and run with it. So I know that you can schedule focus modes, or put focus modes on a schedule or by geolocation. I had tried to use the scheduling method that's already built in to iOS and Mac, and I mean it's fine, but when it's just on a schedule, there's no, like, it doesn't have any context as to what's going on. And so I would find myself, in random situations where it would be in one focus mode when it should have been in another. And so I was missing things and it just wasn't working out. And so the fact that I time block my entire day, I was like, this just makes total sense for me to just time block my day, and automatically notifications are allowed or not allowed based on whatever is going on in my calendar. Oh, and another thing too is like when focus modes change, the wallpaper on my Mac, my iPhone change I, for some reason, have like certain colors that my brain relates to things. So like if I see the color blue, I know I should be just in relax mode, family mode. It's personal time, basically. Yellow, like right now, my desktop is yellow. That is quiet time. That means I'm able to sit down and record videos and whatnot. Green is for like sitting down to do work. And so I love being able to use my calendar. Like they have the same colors, see the colors on my calendar, know what area in my life I'm like in at that current point in time. But also just have, notifications like automatically, just kind of go with my schedule. Okay, so I want to first make sure that I give out the heads up before continuing to watch. This method does require you to have a Mac that is always running. It can't go to sleep or anything like that. I have a Mac Mini, and I just keep it running all the time. So that's going to be one thing. The other thing is that it does require a third-party app. I really wish Apple would put this like automation features into the Mac itself. Like they've got it on the iPhone. I don't know why. Well, except for calendar events, but so you do need to get a third-party app, and I don't know the price of it offhand, but it was at the time when I got it a one-time purchase. I don't know if it's moved to subscription, but I believe it was around like $20 or less at that time. I should have looked that up prior. I'm so sorry, but I'll have the links in the description. So you're going to need to have those two things in mind before diving in. But what I did was I first sat down and came up with my focus modes. So these are the focus modes that I came up with. You don't need to have all of these. I'm just crazy like that. But basically I've got a do not disturb focus mode, and that is, it's do not disturb, but my family comes through, my wife and son. I've got one for my dad. So my dad's getting older and he needs to be taken care of a little bit more. And so whenever I'm at his place, that's the focus mode I use. And I have a home screen dedicated to things related to him. It just makes things easier. And I will say too, like that's another thing that I want to do is create different home screens for different focus modes. I haven't sat down and done that for myself just yet. But that's another benefit of doing this. I've got one for evening and one for morning. I tried using just one called routines, but I like the idea, once again, of having two different home screens show me different things. I want to see certain things in the morning. I want to see certain things in the evening. Haven't set up those home screens yet, but that's what I envision in my head. I've got filming, which is what I'm in right now. I should probably change this to a yellow, because that doesn't make sense for my brain. But anyway, I'm in filming mode. No one gets through when I'm filming. Photographing, that's when I am out photographing. I have a different home screen set up for when I'm out at a wedding or doing a photo shoot. I've got certain apps and widgets that I want to see. Side hustle is essentially like when I'm sitting down to do work. I'm calling it side hustle. I just feel like I'm in this like weird transition period. Like maybe I should be treating YouTube like it's work, but I'm going to just call it side hustle. But side hustle for me is anything that is related to YouTube or my photography business. But as I mentioned, I mean, the grand goal is to slowly move out of having to be a wedding photographer. Just do it for fun, basically. Sleep, this means nobody gets through unless it's my family. I just don't want to be bothered by anything while I'm sleeping. And then work is aspirational. So this is if I do wind up landing a job somewhere, this will be my focus mode for work. So those are the ones that I've got currently, and I'm at max capacity with what Apple allows you to have. But this has been working for me. So you're going to want to first create your focus modes if you don't already have them. And then you're going to want to make sure you go through and customize them. So that way you've got your allowed people and your allowed apps, put in there. And, make sure as well you share across devices. So that way both everything is in the same focus mode basically. Next, you're going to want to create your different calendars if this is something that, like if you want to do color coordinating and that sort of thing. As I mentioned, like my brain just works better visually. So I like to associate colors. And so basically I just use it as a way to see different colors. But also filter out different things in calendar views. So like I'm in my calendar app, AccuFlow right now, and I've toggled off some personal calendars. So it kind of just allows you to do that. But you're going to want to create your different calendars if you want to. You don't have to, honestly. So if color coordinating and filtering and all that isn't anything that feels necessary to you, you actually don't have to worry about it, because you can create the custom automation in rules based on titles, which I've done for a few different things. So you don't have to go in and create all the different calendars like I do. But if you want to, that's going to be your next step, is getting that set up. So the next thing you're going to want to do is create shortcuts. These are going to be the things that start the focus mode. Now I've got a lot in here because I wanted to go crazy. I wanted to be able to quickly turn focus modes on and off. I haven't utilized that yet. Maybe I spent extra time that I shouldn't have. The ones that I would personally recommend you set up though are ones called until event ends, and it's super simple to do. But you're going to want to create, for every focus mode that you have, create a shortcut like this. And it's super simple. I'll actually delete this one and create it from scratch. So I labeled everything the same way, or named them the same way. So I just called everything set focus dash whatever the focus name is called, and then until event ends. But that's only because I had some labeled on and off. You don't have to do those. So you're going to want to first type in get calendar events, and then you'll see this one called get upcoming events. You're going to drag that in there, and that's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to set any filters or anything like that. After that, you're going to want to search for set focus, and then drag that into there. And then whatever your focus mode is that you want to start, you're going to want to just select it over here. So for this one, I'm doing personal. And then you're going to want to set it to on. And then until, you're going to select event ends. Then you're going to want to choose the event, but we've already gotten the current event. This is going to run at the same time the event is going on, so we don't have to do any sort of filtering. So we're going to select, and I'm going to do upcoming events. And now it's linked. So that way, as soon as the event ends in your calendar, it will turn off and just go into default no focus mode, basically. And then if you've got another thing turned on, or another calendar event for another focus mode, that focus mode will start. So this makes it a good way to be able to have it automatically turn off, so that way it's not just on and you forget about it. So you're going to want to go through and create all those different shortcuts, so that way we have those. After that, you're going to want to download the Rules app. I'll have the link in the description as well. And then you're going to create the rules for it. Now, I'll go ahead and just show you the one that I've got for the personal focus. And this is using the titles. So this is what I was saying. Like, you actually don't need to have different calendars to be able to trigger. You can just do it based on titles within the calendar event. So anything that I've got in the calendar with dinner, lunch, or cleaning, it will turn on personal focus mode for me. And you can do it by selecting any of these, and then you're going to go to condition and then do title. But as you can see, like, you can get very creative with like how you, like, whatever you want it to trigger basically. So maybe you've got a certain location in there, although you can just basically do that with geolocations. But certain titles, you know, like all different things. And then you've got calendar down here. So some of the ones that I have are actually just based on calendar events. So like my evening one is, oh no, just for wind down routine. So that's another one with just title. I'm trying to think. It's probably this one. Yeah. So like my quiet time focus, this is anything with YouTube or quiet time, which I don't know why it says YouTube, because I don't have a YouTube calendar anymore. Anyway. Okay, so here's where we select the shortcuts that we made. Now, I've got additional ones in here. You actually don't need these. The main one you're going to want to focus on is the first one. And so you're going to add shortcut, and then it's going to give you this. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to find the shortcut that you want to trigger at that time. So this one's going to be my filming focus for when I'm in quiet time. And it's going to be until event ends. You know, as I mentioned, you don't have to do the other ones. And then it's going to trigger at the time of event start. Let me see. I've also created a shortcut that changes the wallpaper. I'm not going to go into that. If you want me to make a video on it, you can, or just let me know and I can. But this will run another shortcut that changes the wallpaper basically to the color that I want for it to have basically. And then the other one that I made was to change the wallpaper back to a different color at the time of the event ending. But those two are only because I want different color wallpapers. You don't need those. I'm just extra like that, basically. And then from there, it's just a matter of creating your schedule within your calendar. Everything by then will be set up, and rules will be looking out for those calendar events based on however you've set them up, and they'll just turn on whenever that event starts. So I don't have anything. I didn't lock this into my calendar. This is a task, but I can lock this into my calendar, and I can add it to my quiet time calendar. And now this, I've already started, so it's not going to trigger, and I've already got it on. But say this event was getting ready to start, that means my filming focus mode will turn on. And then let's say I ate lunch super early. I basically ate lunch for breakfast today. But let's say we're going to have lunch at this time. So once lunch hits, this will trigger my personal focus mode, and however you got it set up. And it just makes it nice because I'm able to change up the schedule of my focus modes. Like maybe I'm down to get email notifications at 10 o'clock at night. But what I'm able to do is kind of, all right, once wind down routine starts, those things are just absolutely blocked out. And I like that I'm able to kind of like schedule in that stuff. Another thing that I want to do to take it a step further is to have, like, when my wind down routine starts, have the lights dim and change. So that way I have an additional layer of like a visual cue, basically, to know like, oh, it's time to wind down. Let's go brush your teeth, Anthony. Let's wash your face. That sort of stuff. Get into pajamas. And so, yeah, this is my current setup. It's a little, as I mentioned, extra because I'm extra. Probably a little crazy, a little overwhelming, but I just wanted to share kind of like an update of kind of what I've been up to. This is just my nerdy way of dealing with my mental health. I like, whenever I've got problems, I'm always looking for creative ways to solve that problem. And that was just getting that email late at night really messed with my sleep. And I just didn't want that to happen to me again. And so, yeah, this is just my way of like setting my intention, scheduling out my day of what I'm going to work on, what I'm going to do, what my commitments are. And kind of plan out my mental health. Like, all right, at this time it's winding down, like, and automatically filtering out things that I just don't want at points in my day. And so, yeah, this is my crazy, little setup, that I've got going on for my mental health. Well, that's it for me today. I just wanted to make a video kind of sharing the progress of this crazy setup. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions. And if you try this out, I'm curious to know how it works out for you. So please let me know in the comments as well. I do have a Discord where you can join and chat with me and other folks who follow the channel. And I do have a Ko-fi page where you can go and support me for just a few bucks each month. You'll get early access to the videos before they go live on YouTube. So people in my Ko-fi have already seen this before you did. So I've got that. But other than that, I really just truly appreciate you sitting here watching the video. And I just want to bring value to people, and I hope you got some value out of this. I just appreciate your time. Love you, and see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.